Hello everybody, I'm Purblind Gamer, and I desperately need a haircut. And you're watching my Twitch channel. Or my YouTube channel. Wait, I don't have a live YouTube channel, so you must be watching my Twitch channel. Yeah. Remember when I said I was going to start, or say, go back to streaming at a more godly hour? I lied. And it wasn't so much a lie as I intended to. But then life gets in the way, or more specifically computers. Had a heck of a time messing around with OBS and my computer, and I think I may have fixed the problem that was causing things to, certain games at least, to crash along with OBS. Haven't necessarily fixed the problem of a slow internet connection, but that's only an intermittent problem. So we'll just cross our fingers and see whether or not everything works out today. And let me know. MemeLove24.
Hi.
Hi, MemeLove. Thank you very much for following me. How are you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, just starting out a stream for the night. We're going to be playing, or continuing, a murder mystery hidden object adventure game that we previously started.
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm doing alright, thanks. I appreciate your asking. Spent a chunk of today trying to figure out computers and make them work right, and hopefully I did. There. Been experiencing some bug that crashes certain games when at least when I'm streaming, but I think I found a workaround. So, I'll go ahead and get this booted up. This is James Patterson's Women's Murder Club, Little Black Lies, which is quite a long title for a video game. Let's see. There. And it's showing up fine. So, as you all will recall, or for you new people to catch you up to speed, we're playing several different protagonists investigating the murder of a woman she was a writer, and she thought she'd found a lead on a murder from the 1970s, and then was killed. So we've been investigating this small town, trying to find a connection between the old murder and the recent one. Back in the 1970s, there was a sort of hippie cult in this small town, and one of the members was brutally dismembered. And then, as we found out last time, the founder of the cult, Sutter Ames, attempted to flee to France, but never actually made it there. He vanished. And also, on the night of the murder, he sacrificed a goat, which we found out by painstakingly piecing together a skeleton. And now we're going to return to the town and try and get some more answers from some of the old cult members and some of the current residents. Okay, and we're playing as Detective Lindsay Boxer today.
MemeLove204. Got to head out but keep on winning, son. Lychee18 happy.
Oh, thanks so much, Meme. And I really appreciate you stopping by and following, and I hope you come back anytime and I get to know you better.
Randy, Regina's records show she made a purchase here for $22.73 on the day before she was killed. Do you remember what she bought?
We were pretty busy around the festival, so I don't remember offhand, but I can check my receipts. One sec. 22,
Randy was a member of the cult back in the day.
2218, 2273, here it is. It looks like Regina bought a shovel and a map of the area.
Do you remember her saying anything about what she needed those items for?
She didn't say anything to me, but I do remember now seeing her speaking with Beverly outside the store. They looked at the map together, and it kind of looked like Beverly was giving her directions.
Thanks, Randy. I'll see if Beverly remembers.
A shovel. Shovel is one of those things like hammers and screwdrivers. Everybody always needs it in adventure games. Is Beverly the librarian?
Hello again, Detective Boxer. Is there something I can help you with?
Hello, Miss Connors. Yes, I'm hoping you can. The day before Regina Blacklock was murdered, you ran into her outside the general store.
Yes, I remember that. She wanted to know where the nearest lighthouse was located. I gave her directions to the Pacific Point Lighthouse, just north of here.
Didn't she already have a map?
Well, she had a map of the area, but it didn't have the lighthouse on it.
Can you give me those directions as well? I'm going to have to check it out.
Certainly. Let me write them down for you. It's a lovely drive. I have trouble remembering the street names sometimes, but I have mnemonic devices for them all. Here you are.
Oh, thank you for being particularly helpful today. So, a mysterious lighthouse not on any map.
Thank you, Miss Connors.
Glad to be of help. If you'll excuse me, I was just about to go on my lunch break.
You're almost suspiciously friendly at this point. So Regina found a lead on the whereabouts of Sutter Ames, then headed to the lighthouse at Pacific Point. Did she find someone who was willing to commit murder just to stay safe? I need to check this out right away. Time to hit the road. Jack, and don't you come back. Here, what's this? Four decks of cards, exit, no jokers. Oh, she gave us her mnemonic devices, so we've got to piece them together. She could have done it herself and then just written them down. It's almost like she doesn't want us to reach the lighthouse. 4 decks of cards. Wait, how many are in a deck of cards? Is it 52? Bird of Prey Street. Eagle Drive. I was kind of expecting it to be Harley Quinn Drive. And finches could kill people if they tried. Nah, finches are terrified of us. Lister. Insert red dwarf joke. Silent anagram. Huh. Liston is an anagram of silent. Interesting. The alphabetical way. Abecedarian logic, one might say. had left down the beginning avenue. Rushing that honors cinematic arts fraternity really paid off. And by rushing, I mean pledging. And by pledging, I mean joining. Five-syllable boulevard. Oh, boulevard. Takes out the guesswork of whether that includes the street name. I mean street type. Adding a letter makes it shorter. Oh. Beverly is a fascinating mind. Longer. And make a final turn in the cul-de-sac that is round on both ends. Oslo. Yeah, we made it. I wonder if it's named Oslo because is Oslo the capital of Norway? I think. Oh, a lockbox. Some way to get it open. A key, possibly. It's a flyer with some information on the lighthouse and a map of the surrounding area. Looks like I came on a day when the lighthouse is closed. We can't look at it. It's locked. Maybe there's a key somewhere. The keyhole looks very old-fashioned. Wouldn't it be funny if that lockbox contained a key to the door? Like the day after we play Blood Moon Church? There's bizarre connections between the games I play. I think the key is in the lock on the other side. Well, let's see if this works out better than it did in Scratches. Yeah. There's a mat. Oh. A key under the doormat, of course. Looks a little small for the door key, but I should try it anyway. Over there. There's no way this is the key to the door. I can't see any light through the keyhole, though. Alright, the key is still in the lock. Fits perfectly. Let's see what we've got in here. A screwdriver. Wasn't I just saying? Didn't we find a screwdriver on a previous day? These protagonists have got to learn to share, since, you know, they all know each other. And we can't take the hammer. Or those gears. Or the pliers. If I shove the key through, it will land on the floor inside. Right. I wonder if like a screwdriver would actually work for that on some doors, like old-fashioned locks. Maybe if the keyhole's big enough. Exactly. Ah, there. Careful now, Lindsay. There! I heard the key fall. Hopefully it landed on the paper. If not, we've lost the game and we have to start over. Not JK. I got it! This may be the last door in the country that works with the old trick. Hang a flag on it. I believe it. Especially since this lighthouse is not on any maps. Let's see if Regina left us any clues in the lighthouse. Oh, hidden object scene. You knew it was coming. Let's see. Shovel or book. Shells, trumpet, boots. Saber, gramophone, ducks, coffee, heart, and masks. And feel free to backseat / provide tips in these scenes.
Cooler 831. Hi, person raising hand mail sign.
Hey, Cooler. Thanks for coming by. How are you doing tonight, dude? Yeah, we just started not long ago. We found our way to this old lighthouse where the modern-day murder victim went. What's that? That is a duck.
Cooler 831. Goo.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, started streaming somewhat later again tonight, but I think I've solved the problems with crashes, and hopefully a fair number of my West Coast friends can still make it in, so how's your weekend being, Cooler? Anything exciting? It's an elephant. Someone caught the jaw of a fish in 1965. Oh, shovel. This has some dirt on it that isn't dried out. I wonder if this is the shovel Regina bought. How many days has it been since Regina's murder? I've lost track. Of course, there was that one time that So somebody said it was the next day, and I was like, wait, what? What? Since when? Looks like a kettle ball, whatever they're called. Yeah, so we've run into coffee mills before. Useful for making amulets to banish elder gods. Is that? Oh yeah, there's a revolver in that basket. I assume Detective Boxer's already packing heat, so she doesn't need to take that. Oh, I think that's a cat. Sorry, kitty. I mistook you for, I don't know, an oar. Let's just say that. A book of short stories by Edgar Allan Poe. Next to the telltale heart in the corner, someone has written, "I hear it beating beneath the rocks." Creepy. Oh, yeah. Hold on. This book marks the spot. So close now. Interesting. I can't tell exactly what those drawings next to the lighthouse are. Or whether... No, I think those are written by two different people. So maybe that's a note Regina made? Or shell, trumpet, heart, masks. Oh, masks. Continuing with the things I see related to Scratch's motif. Got a gas mask? Yeah, it is still recharging. Or what are we missing? Oh. Heart. Gotta have heart. that? Uh-uh. Kind of expected to be drawn on something. Not on the rug. Yep, no shame in using hints. Okay, I straight up don't see it. Maybe I can use this ore to get leverage and lift some of the rocks. Oof, even with the ore, that was tough work. It looks like this area has been dug up recently. This must be where Regina's shovel picked up that dirt. Why don't we pick up a little more? I think I hit something. Let's check it out. Or something hit you. Oh my god, it's a body. Regina must have been killed before she could tell anyone about this. Is this Sutter Ames? Did Regina die for this discovery? I have to call this in right away. What a discovery. If this is Sutter Ames, it certainly does blow the Mandy Malone case wide open. Now playing is Claire Washburn. Lindsay has found a body at the lighthouse and has had the remains transported to Claire's lab. Could this be the body of Sutter Ames? Claire needs to test the DNA to determine if it's a match. I've taken the DNA sample from the body Lindsay found, and I have an old DNA sample from Sutter Ames. Mixed with these random samples for an unbiased comparison, If two of these match, then it's Sutter Ames. I can just drag one onto another to see if the DNA fragments line up, but I may have to flip or rotate them first. Oh dear. These colored. Wait. Oh. Ah. Boy, this will be a lot of trial and error, unless I can figure out. Try to find some key feature in each. That'll help me. Piece it together like... This has a light patch and then several segmented dark bars in the bottom. As does this one. Ah, nice. No doubt about it, this DNA is a match for Sutter Ames. Lindsay needs to know about this right away. Well, that was a strikingly short investigation.
Lindsay, I just finished my autopsy, and the DNA is a perfect match. That's Sutter Ames you found buried at the lighthouse.
Unbelievable. Regina found Sutter first, and it looks like she died because of it. Were you able to establish time of death on Ames?
Well, it's tough to be exact given the level of decay, but these remains are pretty ancient. I'd say he's been dead at least 30 years. Ames couldn't have lived much longer after Mandy Malone was killed.
What about a cause of death? Any idea?
I found no trauma on the skeleton, but analysis of the remaining particulates showed a number of substances found in seawater.
He was drowned?
That, or he was dumped in the water afterwards. No way to know, but he was definitely submerged for at least a few days. Given the substance levels I found, there were fibers remaining around his ankles as well. I'd guess it was rope, tied to something to weigh him down in the water.
If Ames was murdered around the time Mandy Malone was killed, it would help to speak with the sheriff that was on the case. I'll see if I can track down who that was.
Good luck, Lindsay. Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thanks, Claire. And let's keep a lid on the details. I want a chance to investigate the death of Sutter Ames before it becomes a tabloid feeding frenzy.
Sure thing, Linz. We can stall for a couple of days. Good luck.
Fingers crossed that's all we need. Lindsay is looking for leads in the identification and whereabouts of the Cypress View sheriff during the Mandy Malone murder investigation. Isn't that Beverly on the beach? On the bench? I'm sure she could tell me who the sheriff was during the Mandy Malone case faster than I could look it up.
Beverly, I'm sorry to bother you again, but I have more questions about the Mandy Malone case.
I'm sorry, Detective Boxer, I can't help you right now. Once I've started a crossword puzzle, I can't concentrate on anything else until I've completed it. I suppose if you help me finish it, I could give you my full attention.
Oh, that's blackmail. That's... Or we could just wait while you finish it, Beverly. She got... Oh, I see. She's finished some of it. What is a series comprised of? Oh, the light-colored ones are the ones that she hasn't gotten yet. 39th president. And that's one across. Carter? Seems about right. Ah, nice. Tells us if we got it right. I think Carter's the oldest living president. Breach of laws. 9 across. Crime. We're quite familiar with that one. keep forgetting that some are already done. Oh my, there's longer than I thought. Ooh, oh yeah. Are they padding the gameplay? Nah, couldn't be. Country south of France. Huh. Oh, Spain. Probably should have known that. H2O. $18 across. There. That one's easy. You know how I knew that? 'Cause I'm no ordinary girl. I'm from the deep blue underworld. Land or sea, I've got the power, if I just believe. 'Cause I am no ordinary girl. I'm from the deep blue underworld. Land or sea, the world's my oyster, I'm its pearl. No ordinary girl. I have a baby sister. I was forced to watch these Australian TV shows. What do you want from me? Walking stick. Well, I think I ought to know that one. I use that every day. 10 down. Looks like Rosetta. Yes, stone from Double Dragon 3 arcade version. Everybody knows that one. Past of Get. That one's a gimme. Seriously, Beverly, you needed our help with that? Okay. Hey, just as long as you help us. Large quantity or plot of land. Where on earth is 22? Oh, lot. Some of these become obvious as soon as you see the other letters. It's science abbreviation. Anatomical term for kidney. Emotion. Oh, there it is. Oh, a notion, it must be. kiss. Oh, September abbreviation, Sept. Yep. I certainly didn't think when I got up today that I would be working on a crossword puzzle. Of course, y'all probably didn't think you would be watching somebody work on a crossword puzzle. Author of The Raven. Huh. Strange that his name would turn up again so soon. Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. Written proof of purchase. Oh. Receipt. Lesai. Ents, that is. What's 14 down? Best-selling thriller author. Nice. Hmm. 28. So the anatomical term for kidney is Ren. I didn't know that. Actually, I knew a guy named Ren. I should ask him if he was named after a kidney. Or not. Seize food by killing. Prisoner or to prove guilt. Oh, convict/convict. Yeah, we've got most of them. Sudden fear. P-A-O-E? Did I put those there by mistake? Quite possibly I did. We'll come back to that. Something that furnishes proof. And, oh, the Space Needle. I remember going there when we were on vacation when I was a little kid. Also, there's a cool fight scene on top of the Space Needle and the parallax effect, which is a pretty good 70s thriller. Something that furnishes proof. Oh, look, there are two separate words along the bottom. Now I see. This may not be the last answer, but it's certainly the last resort. And there's just this one. Earth is 13 across. Secret agent. Oh, spy. That's a Y, not an R. I should have known that. There's a perfectly good R right there. Seize food by killing. Oh, wait. Seizes food by killing. Ah, sorry. I'm an idiot.
Thank you, Detective. Incomplete word puzzles are an itch I simply must scratch.
Incomplete
Now, what can
murder
I do for you?
investigations.
Miss Connors, can you tell me who the sheriff was in Cypress View during Mandy's murder investigation?
Yes, his name was Richard Walton. He wasn't too popular around here after the Mandy Malone case went unsolved, and he eventually resigned under the pressure.
Do you know where he is today?
Last I heard, he had moved just northeast of here, to the apartment building next to the Hillcrest Cemetery. He's probably pushing 80 by now, but as far as I know, he's still there.
I see. Thank you for your help.
My pleasure. My break is over, though. If there's nothing else, I'll get back to my books.
No, that's all for now. Thanks again.
No, get back to your mysterious library. Shoo. I should find the Hillcrest Cemetery and see if Richard Walton is still living nearby. He may not even be alive, but if he is, I need to talk to him. It's okay, in these type of games, the old law enforcement officer is always still alive. Albeit old. Hillcrest. Interesting. I used to walk down Hillcrest Street. And make sure. That's weird. VS gave me some alert. But it didn't crash. As far as I can tell, it's not lagging. So this cemetery. R. Walton, he's here. Oh boy. Intercom's broken. Circuit isn't completed correctly. Let's see if I can fix that. How does your intercom just break like that? That's... maybe that's how things break, I don't know. I ain't no electrician. And evidently, I'm now a hacker in BioShock. It switches to change power source. 5 stories. Nothing but 4. So B goes to A and C. Huh? Well, hello again. It would appear that all my best efforts are for naught, and that switching to OpenGL rendering is not the panacea that I thought it would be. Panacea? I actually don't know how to say that. So, my apologies. I shall continue to try and figure out how to make everything work perfectly. But in the meantime, I see no reason not to continue the game. Interestingly, the game itself didn't crash. And also, I didn't get an error code. Ah well. Back to the difficult circuitry puzzle. Ah, good. Now the game appears. Sometimes it takes a moment. So it's... I can't seem to... Ah. Oh, okay, we can only choose one power source, I guess. B must go to both C and D. Or no, B must go to both A and C, because it's using AC power. Oh, you can only rotate them, okay. I gotta get up to that one. We're doing something wrong. Ooh, problematic. C has to come from the left. No. Unless... No. Okay, well we know A has to be in that position. So that has to be in that position. Let's see if we go down instead of up. Oops. I don't know exactly how I'm doing this, but I'm kind of messing around and trying to keep a couple different things in mind. And then that one has to go up, so... Yes, we got one. Now, we just have to get A. Wait, is it that simple? No, it can't. Right. So these three, we know beyond a doubt, can only be that. So this can only be... or that. No, wait, that can't work. Duh. Oh, and that. So that one can only be that way. What if it was something as simple as... Alright, we did it! There, that ought to do it. Let's close this panel and see if I can talk to Mr. Walton now.
Mr. Walton, this is Detective Lindsay Boxer of the San Francisco Police Department. It's urgent that I speak to you about the Mandy Malone case.
What do you take me for? Do you know how many real crime freaks I get buzzing my apartment, claiming to be some person or another, trying to get me to talk about Mandy Malone? Go away.
I assure you, Mr. Walton, I am a fellow law enforcement officer investigating the death of Regina Blacklock in Cypress View.
Why is that name familiar? Regina... huh.
Regina was writing a book on the murder of Mandy Malone. If she learned of your whereabouts, she almost certainly would have tried to contact you.
That's it. Yeah, I remember now. She called last week. I told her what I told you. Everything I had to say is in the reports. If you're telling the truth, then I'm sorry she's dead. But unless I'm a suspect, leave me alone.
She found the body of Sutter Ames shortly before her murder and may have died for that discovery.
What? Sutter Ames is dead? How? When did he die? Oh, what am I saying? I don't even know if you are who you say you are. I'll buzz you in, and if you can show me a badge, we can talk.
Then we'll be talking shortly, Mr. Walton.
That's reasonable. Should we ask him how John Boy is?
Well, I'll be damned. You are a cop. Sorry for the hassle, detective, but you wouldn't believe the number of cranks I get pestering me about Mandy Malone.
I can imagine. And now you can add me to the list, because I need to pester you about Sutter Ames and the Mandy Malone case.
Sure, I just need to take my medications first, or nobody will be able to ask me anything. Can you help me find the bottles? I have 8 different prescriptions, and I can't find them.
Hidden object seen, perchance? Hopefully nobody's tampered with any of his medications. Let's see. Keyring. Is it? Oh. That was simple. 8 pill bottles. Masking tape. Belt. Stones. Frog. Lobster. Puzzle piece. Cobra. 2 snails. Tennis shoe. Ashtray. There's the Cobra. A death washcloth. I've got to get one of those for my bathroom. Those are relatively easy. Wait, is that? Yeah, I guess Shell wasn't on the list this time. ML. Wonder who ML was. Stones. And masking tape. I'll keep that. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I just waltz into your bathroom and start stealing things. I'm in law enforcement, so it's okay. That'd be the belt? Looks like a belt buckle. Yeah. Hung from the shower. To dry, I guess. Ashtray. Oh, snail. Wonder if the other one's on a tile as well. Didn't look like a snail at first. Tanks are kind of interesting bathroom decor. Like, what do you want on your tiles? Well, let's see. Things that involve water. Boats, jellyfish, lobsters, some cars, so we're doing transportation, and then how about cobras and tanks? This bathroom is a place of death, as the washcloth notes. What do you say, flashlight? Oh, puzzle piece. Really should have caught that. It almost looked like a snail. Oh wait, that's the tennis shoe. Ooh, it's like old red and blue 3D glasses. Wait. Be filmed. Right. One more snail. Who has got my snaily po? Hello again. Sorry about that. It's immensely frustrating, as I'm sure it is for you guys too. Since, from what I could tell, this game doesn't let us save in the middle of an investigation. I say we just push through this investigation, finish that, and then we'll call it a night, and I'll see if I can figure out this enigmatic bug before starting other games that would affect San before next weekend, which I assume next weekend we'll finish this game. Anyway, the cutscene had just started, and for one thing, retired Sheriff Walton had said that we could keep his ring of keys from his old sheriff days, because they probably don't fit anything anyway. He just kept keys to various things around town in case of emergencies, and I guess hung on to them for sentimental reasons.
I'm still kicking, so I can't complain.
Yep.
Now then, Sutter Ames is really dead, you say?
Oh yeah. As a doornail.
Yes, he apparently drowned, but his body was recently discovered in a shallow grave on the coast, suggesting foul play. He died around the time he was thought to have left Cypress View. Tell me about the Mandy Malone investigation.
Well, I wasn't really prepared to deal with a case like that. Small-town sheriffs are for handling barroom scuffles and petty criminals, not solving grisly murders.
Didn't any outside agencies help with the case?
Oh, sure, but as far as the citizens were concerned, I was the face of the investigation.
That must have been a lot of pressure.
It was intense. Oh, yeah. I had hair before the Malone case. And most of the town thought Ames was guilty and wanted justice. But there never was a shred of evidence that he killed Mandy.
Ask about Sutter's cult.
Did you have any run-ins with Sutter before the Malone murder?
I was fairly certain he was in possession of illegal drugs, but I had no probable cause to act on it.
He totally was.
It's not against the law.
It was the
to invite
70s.
People to your private cabin in the woods. And the squirrels never filed a noise complaint.
So, you wouldn't say Sutter Ames had a cult?
Oh, there's a lot of mystical mumbo-jumbo surrounding him, but I think most of the folks were there for the party, not for the spirituality, especially the young kids like Mandy.
But the parents had other ideas?
Well, of course.
Don't they
I had
always?
pressure to do something about Sutter Ames and his cult, well before Mandy's murder. But I was a cop, not a babysitter. Call me when there's been a crime, not because little Johnny is out past his curfew.
You got yourself a crime, all
I
right.
like this guy. And you know who thought they were a cult? The goat. Because they killed him. I like that this game lets you try all the dialogue options.
When was the last time you saw Sutter?
I stopped by Sutter's place to make one last attempt to get him to leave town. He had resisted at first. Wouldn't be driven out of his home over a crime he didn't commit, he said.
Something finally changed his mind?
Well, I thought he finally realized that being right wouldn't mean being happy. Everyone had turned against him, probably unfairly. But why stay in his home just to spite the angry mob?
Is that why you didn't suspect foul play when Ames disappeared?
I wondered why he never shipped his things, but I thought he probably had some hippie revelation about material possessions or bad karma or something, and just left it all behind. There was no body, no missing persons report, and no love lost from the folks in town. So I let it go.
Now that we know Ames was murdered, do you suspect anyone in particular?
Since most of the town thought Ames was guilty, you could say most of the town had a motive.
Surely some residents were more convinced of Sutter's guilt than others, right?
Yeah, that's true. The real ringleaders in the crusade against Sutter Ames were Bud Malone, Rebecca Atkins, and Mike Boren. They'd be at the top of my list.
So Randy's father, I'm assuming. Like the own father of the Randy Boren, who owns the general store.
I imagine Bud Malone didn't take any of it very well.
Oh, right, the father.
He was outraged. And who could blame him? His beautiful daughter had been brutally murdered, and the man most folks agreed was responsible was walking free. He was divorced, living out of his state when it happened, and I think he felt like he'd failed to protect her, which made the pain even worse.
Oh.
Did he ever make threats against Sutter Ames?
He was more inclined to make threats against me for not arresting Ames. I never heard him threaten Sutter's life directly. But Bud clearly thought that man had murdered his child, and he wanted justice.
And
how did Rebecca Atkins figure into this?
who's Rebecca?
Rebecca was
Atkins?
relentless. She was the first, last, and loudest voice calling for Sutter's arrest.
Why? Did she have
I'm
a
drawing
grudge
a
against
blank.
him?
Rebecca thought of Cypress View as her town. She had a lot of influence, and I think she resented the bad influence Sutter had on the young folks in Cypress View.
Before I go, Mr. Walton, I'd like to root around your apartment, see if I can find anything worth taking. You don't mind. I guess not. I'm not sure what I'm going to learn from those gravestones, but I should check them out while I'm here. That symbol looks like it was carved into by hand sometime after the original burial. That must be what Walton was talking about. Rebecca Atkins, November 30th, 1988. Absent from the body, present with the Lord. Is that symbol? Winston Laramie. He was a teacher in Cypress View and originally one of Sutter's followers. Walton didn't mention him, and his gravestone has a symbol as well. Right, he was the one who spoke up for Sutter in the early days. He hath awakened from the dream of life. And that's kind of like a snake. The other one was kind of like a sun. Another symbol. I should try to make gravestone rubbings of these symbols. Ah, Michael Boren. May heaven's eternal joy be thine. This game's set in like 2009, by the way. Ooh. Pencil, rice paper, comb, doorknob, bird, necklace. Ribbons, toothbrush, heart, padlock, yoink, perfume, and circuit board. Is that her? Suppose not, huh? Hidden in the grass, this won't be easy. Someone left gravestone rubbing supplies behind. Thank goodness. Nice and convenient. Someone also left a floppy disk in the cemetery. If that's not the start of a horror movie, I don't know what is. Is that the necklace? Yeah. Agatha Faye Morgan didn't need that. that? A book? Cell phone. Pardon me. Let's see. Perfume, circuit board, toothbrush, heart, bird, comb. No, that is kind of looks like a cigar, actually. Bird. Agatha didn't need that either. Why make rubbings of gravestones when you can just yank the pictures right off them? Beetle. Oh, the heart. Harmonica, maybe? What's that? Oh, circuit board. That. Yeah. Perfume. As for the toothbrush, he's still recharging. Grumble, grumble. I'm not sure exactly what these gravestone markings are about, but it seems unlikely that the gravestones were random. I need to transfer these markings to paper. Here's one of the symbols. We'll start with the rice paper. I need to tape the rice paper down before I can take a rubbing. Thank goodness we filched that masking tape from that poor old sheriff. The trick is to rub gently over the paper until I've transferred a clear image of the symbol. Does that mean I shouldn't move too fast? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you rub gently. So, wait, I just did that. Wait, I've already done this one. My thoughts exactly, Detective Boxer. The serpent. Oh, that was easy. And That one is. It's kind of like a wyvern. They're too thin. These three symbols look like they fit together somehow. Let's see. Seems easiest to fit the two snaky ones together. That's all we can do is rotate them. There. Like so? Maybe they need to be rotated or to fill up that blank space more evenly. Will that work? We've already established I do not have grand spatial awareness. Oops. Is that it? No. Why am I not seeing how they fit together? No. Maybe if this would be easier in real life. Oh. So I got something in the right place. Thank you, game. You are generous. Not sure what it's supposed to be. There! Clearly this was a single symbol spread across 3 gravestones, but why, and by whom? I'm not sure, but I'll be keeping an eye out for this symbol. I'm not sure what this symbol means yet, but clearly Rebecca Ames, Mike Boren, and Winston Laramie are all connected in somebody's mind. Atkins and Boren have children still in Cypress View. I should head back to town and talk to them about their parents. Perhaps the connection to Winston Laramie will become clear. Yes, indeed, Lindsay. Hurry back to town. before. Yeah, that was simple. Can't we go into places? Trying to think of where they might be. Can we not go back to the crystal barn? Locked, and it looks like there's fencing all the way around the property. Didn't Walton say that he had keys for the various doors and gates around town? Maybe there's a key on the ring that will unlock this. Let's see if one of Walton's keys works on the lock. Bingo! Let's see if Adam Atkins is around. Oh wait, was he the mechanic?
Mr. Atkins?
Yes, I'm Adam Atkins. And you are?
Oh right, Sawmill.
Lindsay Boxer. I'm a detective with the San Francisco PD.
Long way from home, detective. What brings you out to our neck of the woods?
I was hoping I could ask you some questions about Sutter Ames.
I suppose, but you've caught me at a bad time. The main saw blew a fuse and I need to get it fixed. If you can replace any blown fuses in the fuse box outside while I reset the machine, that would be a big help. There's a whole process for starting the saw up again, and I can't waste too much more downtime or this day's a total loss.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, trust me. This isn't the first time we've tampered with electronics, Mr. Atkins. Heck, it's not even the first time today. And I'll just take that. Like a staple remover. The fuse might be in the locked drawer. I need to get it open. Obviously, I can't ask him to do it. I can't just randomly destroy things. Alright, fine. What can we use to open a locked drawer? Well, I have plenty of ideas, but the game has other ones. Ouch! That hole where the handle used to be has a sharp edge. I'll need to stick something in the hole to use as a makeshift handle. Those hinges look rusted shut too. Lord, this... Keep your sawmill in, good working order here, people. Take care of your fuse boxes. If you can't take care of your fuse boxes, maybe you shouldn't own a sawmill with a fuse box. Yump. Just my notes. Okay, that whole chunk of the map takes me back here. What can we find around town? I mean, I didn't try sticking the saw in the fuse box. Nah. There'll probably be a hidden object scene, and we'll have to find an oil can and a makeshift handle. I know how this goes. What are we supposed to be looking for? Anything in the forest we can use? No, like, seriously. I wonder if this is some kind of pixel hunting thing. Well, I'm gonna look in our notebook for a hint. Strategy guide. Okay. An oil can on a stack of wood. Okay, I'll use the saw to cut wood. And there's an oil can that I was missing. That's enough for us to be getting on with. Ah. Probably should have thought of that. Oil can. Where did it say the oil can was? What's the matter with me? Zoom out. Sometimes that helps. Is that? Ah. Tiny little oil can. Oil can. There we go. That ought to help get this thing open. You will not defeat me, fuse box. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, there are 2 blown fuses in here. I'll need to replace them both. Need to replace those blown fuses with 2 good ones. I'll check inside the mill. And that says, spare fuses are in the workbench drawer inside. Yep, those are some blown fuses, alright. Maybe y'all should upgrade to circuit breakers. This is like 2009, guys. Let's get with the future. What can we use to get it open? We have nothing. Ah, aha. Quite sensible, really. And there's 2 fuses left. Perfect. Should tell Mr. Atkins he needs to go to the fuse store and pick up some more. And pick up a fuse more. Oh, gosh. That was easy. That ought to do it. I'll check back in with Adam. There's a John Prine song about fixing that mentioned fixing a blown out fuse with a penny.
Oh, thank you, Detective. That was a huge help replacing those fuses. It takes a while to get the saw started up again, and it looks like you got those new fuses in place just in time. We're back up and running. Anyways, so you wanted to talk about Sutter Ames?
Oh, did I ever?
Did you know Mike Boren growing up?
Well, my mother did. They knew each other pretty well, and me and his son Randy have been friends since high school.
Do you know if Mike knew Sutter Ames, or was he ever involved with Ames?
No way. Randy's dad was standing right there next to Mom trying to get Sutter arrested. And you should have seen that guy's gun collection. I'll bet you he would have lined Ames up and given the firing squad free of charge. Boy, Randy really took it hard when his dad passed away a couple of years back.
Your mother, Rebecca Atkins, she was an important figure in this town, wasn't she?
You could say that. Respected for sure. She built this sawmill from nothing.
Did you have a good relationship with her?
She liked things her way. She was a good mother, but we didn't always see eye to eye. I never quite felt that I could live up to her expectations. I'm just trying to fill her shoes, you know? Last man in the family, trying to keep the Atkins name going.
Did your mother ever get angry, violent, physical at all that you remember?
What? Why would you ask that? She was a loving mother. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
What about Sutter Ames?
You sound very passionate
Did your mother know
there.
him personally?
Oh, I doubt it. She hated Ames. Wanted him kicked out of Cypress View. She pushed real hard to have him arrested after the whole Mandy thing, but she never really talked about it after Sutter left town. I guess she got over it.
Huh. Maybe.
Was Winston Laramie one of your teachers in high school?
Yeah, American Lit. Oh no, Advanced English or something like that. Nice guy. Kind of a hippie, though. I heard rumors he got involved in Sutter's group, but I never really knew.
And were he and your mother friends?
Well, sure. They knew each other pretty well. In fact, Mr. Laramie used to work for my mom here at the mill when he was younger, before he became a teacher.
Huh.
Adam, did you know Mandy Malone before she died?
Small town. We were in the same class. You end up knowing everyone, but we weren't close.
Do you think Sutter Ames killed Mandy?
Of course he did. There's no other plausible explanation for it. He and his other crazies took her out to that camp and did something unthinkable to her. Some sort of sacrifice to their devil gods, I don't know. Beautiful girl, and they took that away. Then Sheriff Walton and his cronies came through with their donuts. Twiddled thumbs for a couple of months trying to figure out what to do, and in the meantime, Sutter skips town. Only reason that case is still open, Detective, is because of pure incompetence.
Strong feelings continue through the
Adam,
years.
are you familiar with this symbol? Have you ever seen this before?
Yeah, it does look a little familiar, but I don't know from where. Why? Does it have something to do with Sutter? It looks like one of those witchcraft symbols he probably would have used.
I don't know yet. I'm still looking into it.
Witchcraft symbols.
What do you think of Sutter, Adam? You were in high school when he was in Cypress View. You ever go out to that camp in the woods? Dance around a fire with Ames and the rest of them?
Oh no. Wouldn't step foot in that place or go within a football's throw of Sutter. I'd have clocked him one good if I had, too.
Why is that?
He was older than all of us. Came around and started talking to the other kids at the high school. It was creepy, you know? Some of the other kids got roped into his group, especially the girls. Man, the girls sure did love Sutter Ames. I don't know what he was really doing out there, but I didn't want any part of it. Besides, I was too busy playing football anyways. Well, if that's all, Miss Boxer, I should really get back to work.
Detective
Yes,
Boxer,
thank
if
you
you
for
don't
your time.
mind. 'Cause we don't know that the same person killed both Mandy Malone and Sutter Ames. Could have been someone who thought Sutter Ames killed her ended up killing him. We still are closer to figuring out who killed Regina. Oh right, gotta go to the map. Maybe now somewhere's open. Yeah, that's more like it. Right. Yes, C4 is still there. Maybe this time we'll actually have to find it. Stapler, fire tree, cigar, toothpaste, pool balls, straight razor, lighter, bow tie, yoink, whisk, book, cassette tape, and shuttlecock. Man, they're big on shuttlecocks in this town. Straight razor. I keep saying I'm going to learn to shave with one of those things and not cut myself up, but only tried a few times. Got more of the shaving part done than the not cutting myself up part. Cassette tape. Oh. I'm actually going to take that, huh? Interesting. I assume it's used. I mean, they're not just selling it. Well, I don't know. General store, small town, a decade ago. Fir tree, not fire tree, pardon me. Toothpaste, lighter, book. inexplicable sparrow, who may or may not be a biker chick and wants me to carve it into my soul. Crossovers nobody expected. Interesting, because now I associate the games I play on stream together, and it yields weird things. Book, toothpaste, and fir tree. Wait, fir tree. Did I see a picture of a fir tree? Or is that somewhere else? Book. No. That was the toothpaste. Book. Bookie. The Cursebreaker's Manual with that symbol. This book has the same symbol that was formed by the symbols on the gravestones. What is Randy's connection to all this? The cassette tape I found is a handwritten label. It says Randy Boren, 0322. There's a tape player on the counter. Randy seems to be connected to the gravestone symbols. I should see what's on this tape. I should also not use comma splices. I haven't used one of these puppies in a hot minute.
I'm still
in real
having
life.
dreams, Doc. Or a nightmare, I suppose.
Why don't you walk me through the dream again, Randy?
C30.
As much detail as you can remember.
Same as always. I'm on a ship at night. It's dark. The light from the full moon is bouncing off the water as the ship rocks slowly. Masked figures in robes are all around me. They make me walk the plank, except it's not a few feet long. It seems to go on forever. They're taunting me, prodding me forward, forcing me to the end. The long and painful walk to my death. I reach the edge and wait. One of the masked figures, the leader it seems, he comes up behind me and whispers something in my ear.
What is he saying?
I don't remember. I never do. I just know that in my dream I'm frightened by him. He whispers to me and then slowly, gently, his hands lower me into the water.
He pushes you over.
No. He holds me and slowly lets me down into the sea. Yet when I enter the water, it's with sudden extreme force. All of the air in my lungs is ripped out within a moment, and I swing and flail my arms in search of oxygen. I try to swim to the surface, but my legs are bound by a serpent.
A serpent?
A snake. Wrapped around my legs, confining me, sucking the life out of me, and I sink deeper, deeper into the dark. And I hear again the words that he whispered to me as my life fades out, and they both comfort and terrify me, but I don't remember them.
Sounds like how Sutter Ames died.
Wow, heavy stuff.
Oh, hello, Miss Boxer. What can I do you for?
You didn't hear me using your tape player just there, did you?
Randy, I thought you'd like to know that we found the body of Sutter Ames. He's been buried for the last 35 years.
My God, really? After all this time, what do you think it means?
I think it means that at least one person was certain that Sutter Ames killed Mandy. Certain enough to take justice outside the law.
Oh, or maybe Sutter committed suicide because he was so ashamed of killing Mandy.
Yeah, tell him how
And
Sutter
then buried
died.
himself? Seems unlikely.
Right. Well, I Hope you find out who it was.
Oh, we will.
There were a number of people back in '75 who pushed hard for Sutter's arrest, including your father. They clearly thought he was guilty, maybe even enough to take matters into their own hands. Unfortunately, they've all passed away by now. But I found an odd symbol on each of their gravestones.
Is the symbol important?
I thought you could tell me. I found the exact same symbol on your book here. Did you put this symbol on their graves? Did you think they were cursed?
What? No, of course not. I don't even know where I got that book. A customer must have left it here.
Or you inherited it from a parent, maybe?
You mentioned to your therapist about a recurring dream that you have, that you're drowning. Can you tell me about it?
Well,
do you think it means anything?
It's pretty bold
I can't
right there.
believe you. Those are private tapes. And anyways, it's just a dream. Sometimes I dream that I'm a giant teddy bear riding a bicycle through the Alps. It doesn't mean anything.
The autopsy on Ames revealed that he was drowned. His feet were bound, just like your dream. It seems like quite a coincidence.
I don't know what you're getting at, Detective.
Just that
Randy,
it's quite a
I have to
coincidence.
ask this. Do you know anything about the death of Sutter Ames? Were you involved?
Absolutely not. I would never... I've never even been to that lighthouse before.
I never
What
said that his body was
lighthouse?
found at the lighthouse. You couldn't know that unless you knew he was buried there. It's time to come clean, Randy.
I'm tired of running from this. It's haunted me for 35 years, and I just want it to be over. We killed Ames.
We?
Me, Dad, Bud Malone, Rebecca Atkins, and Mr. Laramie. We took him out on our boat.
Laramie too.
Tied his legs together and attached an anchor to him, then pushed him overboard. For what he did to Mandy. I was just a kid, it didn't even seem real. Like I was play acting. The only way I could get through it was thinking of Mandy all cut up like that. Thinking that Sutter did that to her. A couple days later, he washes up on the beach near the lighthouse. Anchor must have come loose. Dad used to work out there sometimes, and luckily he found the body. So he and Bud buried it. They wanted people to think Sutter had skipped town and the body might lead back to us. Ever since then, all I can think about is whether we had the right guy. Did Sutter really kill Mandy? Or did we kill an innocent man? It haunts me.
Randy, I'm going to need you to come with me.
Of course.
It's messed up that they took Randy along. They killed him. Cutscene.
Hello?
Linz, I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Sorry, I've been busy catching a killer. Or 5.
What? You've already solved Regina's murder?
No, I solved the murder of Sutter Ames.
You did? Who?
Randy Boren, and apparently 4 others, all now deceased. Revenge for Mandy, it seems.
My God, what a messed up town.
And the number of murderers in this town doesn't stop at 5, unfortunately. So what's your news?
Jill got the injunction pushed through to dig up the body of Mandy Malone, and I just finished a preliminary autopsy.
Fantastic. Any important revelations?
There were metal particulates and fragments along the bone cuts that contradict the coroner's original findings about the cutting implement.
How so?
The autopsy performed in 1975 determined that Mandy was dismembered by a straight-edged handsaw, but that's impossible. The pattern and distribution of the particulates actually suggest a circular blade with very large teeth.
A large circular blade. There's only one place around here with anything like that. The Atkins Mill.
Exactly. Jill is already working on a search warrant. She should have it by the time you reach the mill.
On my way. I'll bring luminol and a sample kit. If Mandy was dismembered there, I should still be able to find traces of blood around the saw.
Lindsay,
Really?
you're close to something big. Be safe out there.
Always.
Lindsay is closing in on the killer of Mandy Malone and Regina Blacklock, and the search for evidence is taking her to the Atkins sawmill. But it's not taking her there now. I need to head to Atkins sawmill. It's been 35 years, but if there's any evidence of Mandy's murder, I'll find it. Well, if it's been 35 years, I think it can wait another week, don't you guys? Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I know, again, wasn't a super long stream, but I did start late. And, excuse me, we got through two investigations. I believe there are 3 left, so maybe we won't finish the game next Sunday. I don't know. Sorry, the mysterious bug continues to plague us. I will continue to try and find a solution for that, so that some of the games don't crash in the middle. I really appreciate everybody who came by and said hello and stuck around. If you all could hang out just a little while longer and we'll find somebody to raid, that would be great. Let's see who's online. Whether I should raid somebody I know or try and find somebody new. It can be fun when we do. Oh, okay. Backlog Cabin is still live. We've raided him before, but he's a friendly guy, and he's playing Bloodbath at Red Falls, just one of the great, like, shooting gallery style games. Oh, apparently he's done with that, and he's playing Abuse. But, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of viewers tonight, so let's go say hi to him. I think that would be nice. He always played interesting games. And maybe next time we'll find some other small retro streamer to raid. I tend to try and want to raid, if I'm raiding somebody who's a stranger, I want to raid somebody who's playing something similar to what I've been playing, and I don't know what exactly this genre is. I mean, it's an adventure game, but I don't think you can really search by genre. And not that many people play hidden object games on Twitch. Anyway. Yeah, again, I really appreciate everybody coming by. I'm Purblind Gamer. I'm a legally blind variety / retro streamer with a special interest in horror. We do short horror Saturdays often, which is where we play short horror games that you almost certainly haven't heard of. And I usually stream in addition to Saturday afternoon / evening. I stream Sunday and Wednesday evenings. And on Wednesday we'll be continuing that hilarious adventure game from the Golden Age of Adventures, Sam and Max Hit the Road. It makes no sense. That's why it's so funny. And then next Sunday we'll make more progress in Women's Murder Club, Little Black Lies. But, yeah, I hope everybody has a good night. Please stick around for the raid. And, yeah, thank you guys for coming by.